So we're playing this jam by Sister Wisdom Official. I want to dance with you. I want to dance with you. My chair is creaking. Welcome, people. You. I want to dance with you. Happy Valentine's, people. Hello, people. And this is my own it's a new gift from my friend. She gave me this. Well, it came on at the right time, so it's like my Valentine's gift. So I'm wearing my Valentine's cardigan. Who is going to dance with me? I want to dance with you. I want to dance with you. Hi, Tayo, how are you? Yay! We have Letter Days by Tosi Martin. Happy Valentine's Day, people.
I remember when we was younger, before we got moved and even Facebook.
When last you write a love letter to your partner?
You replied me after we took the trouble to show love was true. And when I saw you on my holidays, you read it back to me again. We laughed, said when I was away, it was how you kept my charm and smile with you.
Baby, I miss the letter days. I miss the letter days. I remember that. I'm gonna be saying my juice here.
Baby, I miss the letter days. Baby, I miss the letter days. That's it.
I remember when I was in primary school, I think someone sent a love letter to me. Oh my God. Puppy love. What we call it, puppy love. Oh, you're still on the matter of our love letter era. Before there was Twitter, all this bringing drama, intensive and writing and comprehensive English. I don't even got trying until the shape of my heart. And when I saw you on my holiday, pretty face with you, baby. I miss the letter days. How many of us wrote love letters when we were younger, or like till now?
I miss the days
When I used to write, love letters. I miss the letter days when you got me, baby. And this is Love Letter by Tosi Martin. Baby, what's your pen and paper? Come on, write to me. Gang, gang. Gang, gang.
in the those days, love took some work and commitment.
Yes.
You wrote a letter to somebody you loved.
They
You
wrote
waited for
back.
them to reply.
Yes. And when I saw you on my holiday, you went back to me again. Well,
So when I was away, it was
how you hit my little spot with you, baby.
when we used to say, me too.
How many people love letters? Oh, this generation, we don't like letters. This is that we don't know English. Welcome back, my people. For those that are just joining us, welcome to Life Matters with Aanu, Adedire. We're streaming live via Amen Radio. So if you are not listening, you can just, we'll do you a favor, right? We'll do you a favor by you tuning in via Facebook. We are live on Facebook and live on Instagram live. But when last did we see people write like love letters, like and post it to your, no, not text messages, not snap, no, not sliding into DMs, no. You take your pen and paper, you put the perfume on the paper. Oh my God. Our fathers and mothers, they enjoyed it though. What are we doing? Welcome my people, but you know that the best love we can all have, all of us can have, the best love you can always have in your entire life, the best love that you can always cherish is God's love. So before we start the show, basically, this is the last song. Don't worry, I'm super excited today. My guest is she's super ready, and I'm pumped. I am pumped up. So yeah, this is Love. This is Love by Aanu, by me. Yes, my single. If you've not gotten it, you go download, buy it. Yeah. So this is Love. We will know that God's love is the best, is the most infinite, is the one that even when we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. It's His love that made us who we are today. So this is Love by Aanu, Adedire. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for He is good. His love never runs out. His mercies are new every morning. I have a story to tell. It's deep inside of my heart. I have a story to tell. He gave me another chance. His love is overflowing, make it flowing. I cannot tell it tonight. His love is overflowing, make it flowing. His love for me is so sure. My mouth ain't enough to tell. I have His unfailing love. He gave it all up for me. My heart is so overwhelmed. Make it blowing. It's great. Listen, I don't have words to describe. Your love is new every morning. I try to tell the story. My words can't describe it now. I cannot tell it tonight. His love is overflowing. So go get His Love by Aanu, Adedire. This is me, yes. Happy Valentine's Day, people. I can't tell you enough of God's love in my life. In my life. Is love? It's better than life. So I should be happy, so I should be glad. You gave me my chances to enjoy this life. I live in the overflow of His grace. His love is new every morning. This is my story, though. His love is overflowing, mega flowing. I cannot tell you enough. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So we're going straight to business, people. I'm gonna invite my guest. My guest is all already on the line. Now, let me tell you that God brings the right people your way when you just need them. That is just what I would say. If I tell you the way I met my guests, you'll be like, really? So you've not met. Hi. Happy Valentine's Day, people. So right now, for those that cannot view this, don't worry, I'm going to increase the volume so that my Facebook viewers will actually, you to listen very well. Don't want to listen. So my guest this morning is my favorite auntie in the world. Okay, people. Okay, you see I'm smiling too much. I know, right? I know. So, please, with a bubbly round of applause, I want to welcome my guest, Mrs. Olaito Dada. She's, can you see? She's even super pumped than I am. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
I was trying to give you soundtrack of applause now.
Oh, I should do the drum rolls. So good morning for people that are watching from my end of the world. For those listening to us from Nigeria and US and UK, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Life Matters with Aanu Adedire. Welcome, ma'am. How you doing? Happy Valentine's Day. So I
wish you the same.
I had to cop 1 hour artistic permission from her one and only Coke. You can't understand why I call him the Coke. She's the Fanta, he's the Coke. So this morning, we'll be talking about expectations in relationships. And we have a series we do every other time in the week where we bring different topics. That's after the show on Wednesday. That's Thursday, Friday. So there was a particular day that we're talking about expectation on one of our Insta lives, and she was dropping some wisdom. Like it was just boom, boom, boom. And my people said, Aanu, this auntie have to come back. And I'm like, you know what? I am going to even bring, because it was too much to consume that day. So I told myself, I said, on the show today, since we're talking about love, we're talking about relationship, we're going to talk about expectations. So ma, just tell us a brief, just a tiny bit of what you do and your perception of what expectations also hurt you.
Hello, everyone. She's done the full introduction, so I'll just keep right through it. What I do by day, I'm a teacher, basically. I teach students of tertiary institutions, and it's quite interesting because I get to see and learn the new things firsthand every day and experience it with youths and teenagers just coming into themselves and interacting with the older generation who are still trying to get an education. So it's a mix, not just teenagers. So basically that's day job. Okay. Hello, sis. So expectations are basically people's desires, people's wants, people's, what other synonym can I use? Forgive my use of big language.
Yeah,
sorry if my voice is a bit crooked.
She's CEO corrects me, Ninja. So if you want to, if you're like trying to write your projects or anything you want people to help you in the English language, we should use financial terms and use the word audit for you. And that's so. The Instagram handle is @correctmenigeria. You will love that I told you that. Okay, ma'am, straight right into it. I kind of broke the questions into different spheres of life to make it very, very direct so that we don't even go round and round about. We know that expectation is what I want you to do for me or what I expect of you.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to even finances, I noticed that we don't, there is always that thin line. Everyone has that expectation, but we don't expressly say that, oh, this is what I expect from you. This is what, they just say, oh, everything is fine. So for you, at what point in a relationship should you set out those expectations?
I think from the get-go, it's like I compare expectations to not planning. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you do not have expectations, then you will take anything. Anything equals to trash. Anything equals to good things. So I like being extreme. That's my person. Middle ground sometimes doesn't work for me. It's usually a very safe place that gets you nowhere, basically. So expectations should be set from the beginning. If I'm going to be friends with you, what type of friends am I going to be with you? Are we going to be friends for the long haul? Friends that even if we do not see in 5-10 years, whenever we see it as if we just saw yesterday and we pick up our conversation from there. It helps me manage how I deal with you. If I want to greet you with a handshake, if I want to greet you with a hug, if I want to investigate your family, if I want to be friends with your siblings, or I just want to say hi to you and bye. So setting expectations. Now, it may not be easy for everybody to set expectations right there from the get-go. Because, of course, you cannot judge a book by its cover. So you do not know, you cannot say if this person will be a short-term friend or a long-term friend. Sometimes it even happens that people that you do not have interesting first encounters with now happen to be great friends in the very end. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So, but it's always good to have expectations. Now, sometimes people are scared of saying what their expectations are or speaking their expectations because of fear and disappointments. Now, when you do not set a target, if you do not hit anything, there is nothing to feel bad, hurt, or excited about. It's like a student in school. I had a bit of that mentality when I was in school, or rather, I set it kind of. We usually joke about it. Anyone in the house that went to Obawan University will understand this.
Well, I'll make it pass.
Say that.
I'll make that pass. We know you are.
We usually say in school it's a common slang that I'm okay with middle ground. Like if I graduate with a 2-2, it's even game. It's like in soccer. No one lost, no one won. It's an even ground. So I do not expect too much from you. So if you do awesome, it's fine. If you do not do awesomely, it's equally good. So sometimes people do not set expectations so that they will not be disappointed. Because once you set it, then you've set yourself up for either an excitement or a disappointment.
True.
Yeah.
So, ma'am,
does that answer it?
yes.
Yeah.
So, for people that already have this mindset of, okay, so a guy meets a girl, they like each other, they start talking.
Yeah.
At what point? Because I think we raised that issue on Sunday when we're talking about leading on. Well, like, there's some people that don't even know, and I think Mr. Femi actually told me something like that recently. He said that there was a time that he was close to this lady, and he was just being like friend. They were just really cool, but he didn't know that all the things he was doing was actually making the sister feel like, oh, this brother likes me, he calls me, he does this, he does that. So at the end, at the long run, when he was like, oh, so when do we, I think he just asked that question, and she's like, I thought we're like together. So, like, someone asked on Sunday, at what point do you set those expectations? Is it immediately you meet the person because you've not even known the person? Or is it when you see that this thing is getting really serious, then now I can say, okay, these are what I expect, this is what you should expect from me?
Basically, I think expectations should be set for ourselves and not the other person. I remember mentioning on Sunday, and let me repeat. Now, expectations are for our own good and not for the other party. Basically, if you understand what I mean. Now, if you're going into friendship, you want friends. Now, you want your friends to be a certain way, well-spoken, well-mannered, not rude people. Now, those are things that you like and you want to be seen around you. If you now find people that fit into those frames and expectations, then you become friends. Now, as regards relationship, now that's a different ball game. Once your emotions begin to get involved, then you need to probably kick in the gear of expectations. If you have those certain expectations as regards who you want to be in a relationship with. If it's still friendship, you may not care. Okay. Whatever the person does, you may not bother yourself. Okay. But once your emotion begins to get involved, then if you want it to go somewhere, then maybe the list of expectations needs to come up. It's always about yourself. You are the one setting the expectations. The other party does not know anything about your expectations. And those are the assumptions we sometimes make about friendships, relationships, associations that we come into. We just ordinarily assume that it's like insulting someone. That, are you all right? Are you not supposed to know? How is the person supposed to know? Except if it is general morals. You should not step on someone. You should not insult someone. But when it has to pertain to you personally, and you're still insulting that person, how is that person supposed to know? You're simply supposed to tell the person that this is something you're not okay with. I remember I went to my daughter's school last week to talk about etiquettes and some things. And I was telling them that where there is a certain culture, you have to understand the culture, learn the culture, and do what the culture does. What made me say so? I was asking them questions, and I noticed that some of them were raising their left hands. Maybe because they were lefties, or because they're just basically confused by the person standing in front of them. So I told them, because it's a culture in our environment, you raise your right hand to signify. And then he asked me what was wrong with raising his left hand. Now, the older generation, now I'm talking about 50, 60, 70-year-olds, father and mothers, would probably have responded by slapping the boy. Or
giving a rash answer.
Not even a rash answer. When they saw his left hand, they would probably have insulted the boy.
Okay.
I always spoke Yoruba. Did they not teach you as well?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So the boy has no idea what you want. So your expectations are not a responsibility of the other party. In fact, it's your responsibility to make your expectations known. So if your expectations are not known, might as well be going to Ibadan and the other person is going nowhere. You remain there. There's not going to be a journey, especially if the person has a car or something. But as regards relationship, whatever, see, as long as as long as the friendship is boy and girl, set your expectations from the get-go. If safest place to be is we're best of friends. If it evolves, thumbs up. If it works, great. But you never want to taste the other side of it. You never want to be there. You never want to, especially for ladies. And unfortunately, the other party that you're saying should see it, won't see it. True. Guys never know when ladies' emotions are involved. They are just being nice and cool. I've had several conversations with guys and I know. And I'm the one telling them, excuse me, brother, that lady is feeling this way. And he says, no, he's just me. I'm like, what I can see as a lady, you can't see it as a guy.
That even takes me to my next question, because yesterday something happened. I was at work. Yesterday was really, really tough for me. I worked for 12 hours straight. So I was at work, and this expectation thing you said was one thing that was causing he was expecting something, she was expecting something else. Now, for men and women, we take it differently. And this is from a little experience.
Absolutely.
I believe that women like, Aanu, wash the plate. Women like to say, I've heard you. They want to do it at their pace. Not like they're not listening to you. Yeah. But they kind of want to do it when it's so convenient for them, so that they're doing it they want to do like 3 things at the same time. So she doesn't want to wash plate, then now come back to cook and come back to clean. She wants to say, okay, by 3:30, I want to wash plates, cook and clean. The guy is irritated, rushing, doing this. So that was the conflict they were having. And these were a married couple. So now, for me, I feel like there should be a time where women should actually do, instead of doing like, how will I put it? You know, we always have women conferences and women handle it. I think it should be the other way around. Yeah. Where men are the ones talking to women about things men actually envision or what men expect sometimes. And the other way around, where they're doing men conferences and women are the ones handling it and saying, you know what? I know you like your wife to do this. Or I know you like your partner to do this. But this is actually how she feels. So I think there should be a time where there should be the battle of the sexes, where we should both tell ourselves the truth and how we feel. So at that point, I will ask, are there certain expectations that as men and women, we should never compromise on any ground?
I think when it comes to the place of marriage, the no compromise is, I'll take it straight from the scriptures. Scripture says marriage is honorable, bed undefiled. Number 1 rule and principle: marriage honorable, bed undefiled. That line, and that line is only held by trust. It's a trust issue. It's the heaviest of the trust issues. You can easily say you lied about something to your partner. You can let it go. Maybe you picked money from the table. Oh, I said I was coming, I wasn't coming. I said I'll cook, I'm not going to cook. That specific line, a lot of people can't come back from it. A lot of people. It's like a bell that keeps ringing. It's like a bell that keeps ringing. I can almost liken it to, I believe the audience is matured. A lady losing her virginity. There's no coming back from it. There's no coming back from it. And that's where and it can only, I don't even know. I'm confusing myself and I'm trying to get myself back. That's for me a line that should not be crossed.
So that's one ground of expectation, non-compromise. Like you can't compromise on that. If you both of you are saying you are going into a serious relationship, you shouldn't. It's like a groundwork.
You trust. If both of you are going into a serious relationship, now let me make it easier.
Okay.
If two parties are going to come together as one,
okay,
for whatever kind of relationship, trust is essential. Trust that you say you are coming and I know you're coming. You're going and I know you're going. I can almost say the same thing that you're going to say. Hello, upstairs. I can almost say the same thing you're going to say. I can almost do the same thing you're going to do. Or at least I can trust that if you said no, once you leave here, it's still no. Trust is essential. And trust is what makes a lot of people not have expectations, because they cannot trust that you will hold your end of the bargain.
Very true. Very true. So
why should I have certain expectations of you when I cannot trust that you will do it?
Wow.
So people don't, it's like your boss does not trust you at work. So they do not expect anything good from you.
Even when you do something good, they are like shocked that, oh, this person did it.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing to them. But when they trust that you are hardworking, they can expect good stuff to come from you. So trust is a line that should not be compromised at all in any way. If you're sure you want to build a relationship, every relationship is built on trust. Every relationship is built on trust. If it's going to be a deep friendship, because there are friendships that are friendship connections that are closer than married couples, in the sense of it's trust that you have in someone, that you can walk up to someone and tell them what's going on in your heart, and trust that this person keeps you right there in their heart, and not that the next minute you are hearing your story as super story.
That's very true. That's very true.
So it's relationships are all about relationships that have lasted, are relationships that are trustworthy. If there is no trust, there is no relationship. We're only lying to ourselves. One day, we will drift apart. That's true. What will make us drift is the fact that there is no trust. You begin to hide information. You begin to hide information. When you begin to hide information, you do not trust one person. You do not trust what they will do with that information. That relationship is like cracked, and it's just a matter of time. It will fizzle out.
That's because my number one is maintain a relationship that's built on mutual trust, and that's how you you entered into my notes. Because for me, if you don't trust, there's no point. I don't know what both of you are doing with each other, but I want to do a quick jump into financial expectations. And people have this mindset that as African ladies, we don't we put our expectations on finances solely on men. And now times are changing, that women are now standing up for themselves, but it's just a general mindset that she's a Nigerian girl, oh, she will finish your money. Why is it that we don't have this thing? I don't know. Like, someone was talking to me the other day and he said, you're one in a million that would say that you can take a guy on a date. Why would you even, why a Nigerian girl? Like, he put that emphasis on a Nigerian girl, and I'm like, yes, why can't you buy gift for the person you say you're in a relationship with? Like, love is given. So why should it be I give, you take, and that's the end? No, because even for us as Christians, when God gave us Christ, what we were to give him was our life. So, is it a myth, or is it something that people just have a mindset about? When it comes to financial expectations, they believe that this is what men should handle, and not women having that expectation for themselves too.
I think it still circles back to trust. Because if you trust that the man is managing his finances well, you will not be bothered. And he's managing it well for your security. The only reason why anyone will want to push the man to probably do all the spending and you not do the spending is because you are trying to save for your own security. Because in the first place, what are you going to do with the money? Or why do you think the man is not spending? Is it because he does not have, or because he has and is not being truthful about where the money is going? So some women, at every point in time, a lot of women cannot say this is what is going on. So some women will say, you hear a lot of people say, oh, you've made him a lazy man. You are the one, oh my goodness, my girls are here. You hear some women say that, what's he doing with his money? Why are you the one spending it? Classic statement. What's he doing with his money? Why are you the one spending? So if you can answer them and say that he's using his money to build us a future, I'm sure they will go quiet. But when the answer is, what is he even doing with his money itself? The seed of that has been sown. So you begin to ask yourself, okay, he has a source of income, I have a source of income. Especially if it is not maybe a one-off and it's constant from the lady's side. If it's a one-off, I don't think people will have issues with it. Now, and that's because generally the mentality, even scriptures, supports the fact that the man is supposed to care for his family.
Okay, so Ma, someone is asking a question. What if the man doesn't open up about his income, and she's the one trying to, what they call it? She's the one trying to push. She doesn't look pushy.
Why is he not, now the question is, why is he not opening about his income? We're going back to what we just finished talking about, trust. You think that in the first place, the man is suspecting the wife that maybe he did not know the lady to be like that, a big spender, wants the Gucci bag, wants a Fendi.
That's true. That's true.
When the man is trying to save and build for their future, probably build a house, and he thinks that this woman, once he declares that this money is in my account, is going to bring a very long list.
Well,
and he does not want to lie, so he's going to give her everything. So the man is going to start shutting up. So that's why I said, does a man, is there a situation where the man does not have and the lady has and she's spending, or the man has and is not spending? Then begs the question, where are his resources going to? So it's still an issue of trust. Why should your wife not know? How many men can boast and hit their chest and say, married now, that their wives know their account numbers and all their ATM pins? And now, how many women can their men trust will not take their ATM without asking them? Now let's be fair to both parties.
Your husband is saying, I. But something that Fumbi just picked out, one of our viewers, Fumbi, and it's my second. Everybody's working in the spirit this morning. So the next point I wanted to go to was understanding. The problem we have, even apart from trust, is that we think that because I am doing things this way, you have to do it this way. But we have to understand that we are two different beings. We are two different people coming together. So at the end of the day, you're not bringing 50-50. I believe that relationship is not about bringing 50-50. It's about bringing 100.
Sorry, my sister said our phone codes.
Well, some men use their footprints. I've seen people that are yes, they don't use thumbprints. They use their feet to do that because you're hiding a lot of secrets, and I don't understand why though. But the problem we have is and apart from even trust, which is fundamental for me, is understanding. If I understand you, if I know that okay, this is this person, she loves a lot of Gucci, traveling, this. So what do? If my income is, let's say, 100,000 a month, and I know my wife gets 200,000 a month, so let's do it like this. let's have a particular amount we kind of save together. We should tell ourselves, you know what, you save 10,000, I will save 10,000. If you want to now go and buy all your, I think there should be an understanding where people should know they are two different beings coming together, but I'm not enforcing my personality on you, and you're not enforcing your personality on me. And I think that clashes also when it comes to expectation. I just want to say brief stuff about it.
Yes, expectations or understanding comes with communication. Understanding does not come by magic. Now, that is why, first off, marriage is not meant for the feeble-minded. Marriage is not for babies. And when I say babies, I'm not talking about 2-year-olds. And when I say matured people, I'm not talking about 40-year-olds, 40-year-old people. You can be 40 and you're not matured. Marriage is for the matured mind. Understanding only comes when there is communication. Now, on the day you are saying I do, in fact, I think the vows should be changed. We've heard enough of the vows. Everybody knows the vows. Babies yet unborn even know the vows. I think the vows should be changed to we will sit down, because all those dating season, date for 15, 20 years. See, there are some realities that will not happen until you have done the I do.
God bless you, ma. When life eats you, when life eats you right center. That's very true.
So the understanding of who the person is may not come until there is communication. And this understanding has to be renewed with every stage in life. Because your expectations, one, will keep changing. Your ideas will keep changing. Your person will keep changing. How do you deal with it? Life will change your perception of things. How do you do it? At every block of these different stages in life, you sit down and say your mind, speak your mind, and discuss it. Now, people find it difficult to have the very tough, hard discussions before they enter the university that you are not allowed to graduate from sometimes, called marriage. Such as, how do we deal with finances? E.g., who fuels my car? Do I fuel my car? As simple as that. Will you be fueling my car even if I have a salary? Or you will fuel, or I will fuel my car. Okay, if I fuel my car, are you going to be doing this? Will you buy my perfume or I buy my perfume? As little as that can cause very huge issues. And you in your mind, you're having expectations that, oh my goodness, it's a bloke, is rich, is going to take care of my financial needs. Amen. 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 Especially if it's coming from a background where that does not happen. It's coming from a background of independent parents, mother independent, father independent. It would assume that, did you not see my family? See where I am coming from. Now, assumption. In his expectations, he assumes that at least you saw me before you married me. You know this is my person. So this is where I stand on this issue. Now, when it comes to marriage finances, it is very essential that both parties, you're saying husband and wife, sit down and talk about their finances and build trust as regards their finances.
And one thing that Mr. Light on Dada also said is that when you see it as our money and not my money, it changes a lot of things. The time you start saying, oh, it's my, I think the question of mine throws out when you are in marriage. Ma, but please, can you give me...
It's not, sorry, permit me to interrupt you.
Okay, ma'am.
It's not that easy, I won't lie to you.
Okay.
It's not that easy to go from mine
to our.
Especially when it is money. And that's because of fear of, I don't know if this person has got my back. I don't know if this person... Now, money is power. Either the husband or the wife feel empowered when they have money. They feel weak. Now, it takes a lot of strength to go to another person, no matter who they are to you, to say, please, I need so amount. And now, of course, the other party now says, what do you need it for? And you go, really, you should trust that I will not spend our money anyhow. I just need to understand why you want to spend. And the other party is wondering in their head, if I had my money, would this discussion be going on?
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
So there are lots of money counseling for marriages that people getting married, planning to get married, should go for. There are books they should get and read and understand before they just plunge into it, because learning in the process, learning on the job is not as easy as a lot of couples are smiling, but when they get into their bedrooms, it's not the same story. It's not the same story. So it's very tricky to go from my money. It's very tricky to go from my money
to our money.
Very tricky.
But
now it's easy to ease into it when either of the parties understand that when I get to this point of need, I am covered. If I know that, of course, if I say, Papa Lee, please, there is no fuel in my car, he says, that's not a problem, take my ATM, go and fill it. So you get, it won't be a big deal. And even when it does not have, it makes me understand that, oh, babe, I don't have right now. But don't make it look like, the one I gave you last week, how did you finish?
And Ma, because we have just 4 minutes on the radio show, but we can still continue after. I just want to ask a question, and okay. I want you to be like 100%. I want to be harsh on this. People comparing other people's families or other people's relationship, putting their expectations from that. Okay.
Don't even go far. It's I'll go scriptural again. Whoever compares himself with himself is a fool. That's giving it to you 100. Comparing yourself to yourself, you're a fool. So comparing yourself to another person is even worse. Who are you? It's oh my goodness, I don't even know where to go. You can't even compare 2 of your fingers. So who are you to compare yourself to the next person? You don't know where they are coming from. You don't know what just happened a second ago.
That's true. That's true.
Because you saw them smiling on Instagram. Hello, he may just have given her some Royal Rumble behind the scenes.
That's
and
true.
She just put up makeup. I've heard such stories.
Concealer does miracles.
Beyond, I'm telling you. So why would you, for any reason? Everybody's journey is different. Take your journey as your journey. It ticks me off when I hear people say things like, can't you see how somebody's husband did? And you're talking to your own husband like that. Excuse you.
Don't do it.
You're not about to win whatever that conversation was. You just lost it. Comparison is bad. You can take notes, mind you. You can take notes and learn, but do not make
their expectation or their life your expectations.
They are having it good. You got married at the same time, so they already have a house. Yes, you should have a house. They're already driving a car. They are changing their car. So, and then, if when life is so, I don't even know how to put it. Life is so interesting that you cannot tell the next second. If you cannot tell the next second, who are you then to say? And comparison usually happens when things are not going right. You don't see people, except if they want to be proud. Do you think I look like that old ratchet? Do you think this is good for me? That's one half of comparison.
Trying to have superiority complex.
Absolutely. And that's, so inferiority complex is superiority. It's always the reverse. When you talk down on someone, you have inferiority complex yourself. You're insecure. Because if you're secure in yourself, what's your business with the other person?
God bless you, ma.
If you're
God bless you, ma. I can't even. 1 hour is too small to put this together, but yeah. So for those listening to us live on Remain Radio, we've come to the end of the show. But for those that listen to us on Facebook and Instagram, we're still live here, so we're just gonna log off the radio. Thank you very much for those listening to us via Remain Radio. God bless you. You can join us right now via Instagram and Facebook at Aanu Adedire. God bless you. Thank you very much for today. Ma, you said something about comparing. And I want to talk about, I want to just quickly give us a quick nugget when it comes to, how will I call it? This is my to go. Find someone who isn't trying to change you. Not like he's not trying to improve and also help you improve. But there are some people that go out of their way to just say, you know what? This person has to be the image of the lady I have in my head. And the guy has this very high expectation and not thinking of what you have as your expectations of him. So I want to try and talk about that, though.
It's very tricky, and it happens a lot. Ladies do the same too. You have such high expectations of who the man should be, forgetting who you should be. It's good. It's like I said, it's good to have expectations. You must be tall, dark, and handsome, probably riding a Mercedes Benz.
Hallelujah.
Loves God, loves to club once in a while, loves to be romantic, maybe not too much, but just to be romantic, you know, and then you begin to look for all of these things in a particular person. We do not know what 5-10 years are going to be. I said something on Sunday. I said, while I was preparing for my wedding, a brother friend of mine asked me something. He said, a brother friend of mine asked me something. He said, what is that one thing that he will do and I will call it quits? He said, once I can find the reason, then I should not get married.
Whoa. Wow.
More like saying, what is that issue that I'm not ready to deal with? What is it that will happen that I'm not ready to deal with, and I will say I'm done? But if it exists, then we will get to that point. It's life. We will get to that point. I saw a post by Funola Awofi Raimi today on her Instagram. And she's celebrating her 10th year wedding anniversary today. And she was putting a post about people that have been married. Denzel has been married for 32 years.
Yes.
I'm almost sure that when he got married to that lady wasn't 32.
True.
So she spent more than the life she spent unmarried, married. So I'm not sure if we sit her down today and ask her, what were your expectations when you were getting married to Denzel at maybe 20-something? She will still be at the same after 32 years. It's good to set expectations for that time, but please let your expectations be real. As real as if you're a God lover, he's a God lover.
True.
He must be a forgiving person, because I will mess up. I will mess up. I swear to you, I will mess up. So he must be forgiven. He must love life, because I love life. Any other thing will work it out.
Ma, what about vulnerabilities? Because people have this mindset, and I try to tell a couple of my friends that when it comes to revealing the vulnerabilities to your partner, you don't want to come out as the partner being judgy or being, because you don't know who the person was at that time. The person went through that particular phase of his life. So some people also have this expectation that this person must not have done this, must not have done that, must not have done this. It should, like, we have these things that that runs through our minds, that when people now pour out their vulnerabilities to us, we kind of go from the eyesight and start picking at it. And I noticed that it always crops into a lot of things when you come to trust in that relationship.
It only, like I said, our expressions are, how do I put this? Our expressions and what we do to people are just an explanation of who we are, not what the person has done. Now, it only shows that you're a judgmental person.
Bam.
And you need to work on it and deal with it. Because guess what? If you're dealing with him that way, you have not met his family.
They say a bad husband is good, but having a bad in-law is terrible or something. I can't remember.
And if we will say like Ruth, your people shall be my people, your God shall be my God.
Oh my. Wow.
As in, it's if you are, you need to learn. There are a lot of things that both parties need to learn. You need to learn humility, need to learn understanding. It doesn't mean that, of course, you showing yourself on what I don't even know how to put this. On what basis is the person telling you? Now, relationship that would end up in marriage will take time. It's not going to be a pressure cooker situation. It's not going to be a microwave situation. There will be a place of learning to know the person, understanding the person, understanding why things were done that way. If you can cope with it, good.
If you
and
can't...
remember, this is not a journey you take on your own, because you cannot even see the back of your head, so you need the help of the Holy Spirit to walk in the journey.
We have less than 10 seconds, so it's going to go off, but we're going to come back again. So my people, thank you very much for tuning into the show today. We've had an amazing time having Mrs. Olaiton Dada on the show. So for those that want to join us, please join us via Instagram Live. We're just going to continue the discussion, and different people come up on Life Matters. Thank you very much for today. God bless you. I'm going to see you next week. And next week, we're talking about something very interesting. And we'll have 2 guests on the show. God bless you. My name still remains Aanu Adedire. Have a wonderful day.